Hello friends, today we will understand the introduction of advertising. Let's start with the introduction. Advertising is used for communicating business information to the present and the prospective customers. It usually provides information about the advertising firm, its product qualities, place of availability of its products, etc. Advertisement is indispensable for both the sellers and the buyers. However, it is more important for the sellers. In the modern age of large scale production, producers cannot think of pushing sale of their products without advertising them. Advertisement supplements personal selling to a great extent. Advertising has acquired great importance in the modern world where tough competition in the market and fast changes in the technology, we find fashion and taste in the customers. After completion of this lesson, you will be able to understand following topics: meaning and nature and feature of advertising, objectives of advertising, importance of advertising, active participant in the advertising, role of advertising in marketing mix, role of advertising in society advertising, and brand building. Let us understand various definitions of advertising. The word advertising comes from the Latin word advertere, meaning to turn towards. American Marketing Association has defined advertising as any paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods and services by any identified sponsor. According to Webster, advertising is to give public notice or to announce publicity. According to Gardner, advertising is the means of mass selling that has grown up parallel with and has been made necessary to mass production. Let's understand the features of advertising. The first one is communication. Advertising is a medium of mass communication reaching the masses. It is a non-personal communication because it is addressed to the masses. The next is information. Advertising informs the buyers about the benefits they would get when they purchase a particular product. However, the information given should be complete and true. Persuasion. The advertiser expects to create a favorable attitude which will lead to favorable actions. Any advertising process attempts at converting the prospects into the customers. It is thus an indirect salesmanship and essentially a persuasion technique. The next is profit maximization. True advertising does not attempt at maximizing profits by increasing the cost, but by promoting the sales. This way, it will not lead to increase the price of the product. Thus, it is a higher sales approach rather than the higher cost approach. The next is non-personal presentation. Salesmanship is personal selling, whereas advertising is non-personal in character. Advertising is not meant for any one individual, but for all. There is absence of personal appeal in advertising. The next is identified sponsor. A sponsor may be an individual or a firm who pays for the advertisement. The name of reputed company may increase sale of products. The product gets good market because of its identity with the reputed corporate body. Consumer choice. Advertising facilitates consumer choice. It enables consumers to purchase goods as per their budget requirement and choice. Right choice makes consumer happy and satisfied. Art, science and profession. Advertising is an art because it represents a field of creativity. Advertising is a science because it has a body of organized knowledge. Advertising is now treated as a profession as well, with its professional bodies and code of conducts for members. Element of marketing mix. Advertising is an important element of promotion mix. Advertising has proved to be of great utility to sell goods and services. Large manufacturers spend crores of rupees in advertising. Element of creativity. The good advertising campaign involves a lot of creativity and imagination. When the message of the advertiser matches the expectation of the consumer, such creativity makes way for successful campaign. Now let's understand the objectives of advertising. The fundamental purpose of advertising is to sell something, a product, a service or an idea. To introduce a new product by creating interest for it among the prospective customers. To support personal selling program, advertising may be used to open customers' doors for salesmen, to reach people inaccessible to the salesman, to enter a new market or attract a new group of customers, to light competition in the market and to increase the sales as seen in the fierce competition between Coke and Pepsi, to enhance the goodwill of the enterprise by promising better quality products and services, to improve dealer relations. Advertising supports the dealers in selling the product. Dealers are attracted towards a product which is advertised effectively. To warn the public against imitation of an enterprise's products. Now, let us understand the importance of advertising. Advertising has become an essential marketing activity in the modern era of large scale production and severe competition in the market. First, promotion of sales. It promotes the sales of goods and services by informing and persuading the people to buy them. A good advertising campaign helps in winning new customers both in the national as well as in the international markets. Introduction of the new product. It helps the introduction of new product in the market. A business enterprise can introduce itself and its products to the public through advertising. A new enterprise can't make an impact on the prospective customers without the help of advertising. Advertising enables quick publicity in the market. The next is creation of good public image. It builds up the reputation of the advertiser. Advertising enables a business firm to communicate its achievements in an effort to satisfy the customer's needs. This increases the goodwill, the reputation of the firm which is necessary to fight against the competition in the market. The next is mass production. Advertising facilitates large scale production. Advertising encourages production of goods in large scale because the business firm knows that it will be able to sell on large scale with the help of advertising. Mass production reduces the cost of production per unit by the economical use of various factors of production. Research. Advertising stimulates research and development activities. Advertising has become a competitive marketing activity. Every firm tries to differentiate its products from the substitutes available in the market through advertising. This compels every business firm to do more and more research to find new products and their new uses. If a firm does not engage in research and development activities, it will be out of the market in the near future. Education of people. Advertising educates the people about new products and their uses. Advertising message is about the utility of a product, enables the people to widen their knowledge. It is advertising which has helped people in adopting new ways of life and giving up old habits. It has contributed a lot toward the betterment of the standard of living of the society. Support to press. Advertising provides an important source of revenue to the publishers and magazines. It enables to increase the circulation of the publication by selling them at lower rates. People are also benefited because they get publication at a cheaper rates. Advertising is also a source of revenue for TV network. For instance, Doordarshan, Zee TV insert ads before, in between and after various programs and earn millions of rupees through these ads. Such income could be used for increasing the quality of programs and extending the coverage. Now, let us understand the active participant in advertising, the group of people who are actively involved in advertising. The first one is advertiser. Seller who manufacture and market consumer products are the prominent group of advertisers. Hindustan Lever, Procter & Gamble, Siemens, Larsen & Toubro are the examples of advertisers. Also, the retailers are the second prominent segment among advertisers. They stock the products and sell them to the ultimate consumers. Government and social organization are also the active participant in this category. The next is target audience. It refers to the recipient of the advertising message. Every message is either directed to a mass audience and class audience. Advertising aspire to cover this target audience for promoting sales. Advertising message intends to cover the potential user and non-user who may purchase the product in future. The messages are also directed to the user of the competitor's product so that they switch over the advertiser's products. Advertising agencies. An advertiser has two options. First, to design, develop and produce an advertising message and get it placed in desired media directly through his own sales and advertising department, or to entrust the entire job of advertising to a team of highly professionalized, specialized, independent advertising agency. An advertising agency is composed of creative people who conceive, design, develop and produce advertising message with creative ideas and place it in the desired advertising media for and on behalf of its client. The advertising agencies usually charge a commission of 15% on the media bills from the media owners. In addition, they charge out of the pocket expenses to their clients, that is the advertisers. They employ copywriters, artists, photographers, typographers, layout designers, editors and such other creative people. Advertising production people, that is the artist. The production of impressive and persuasive advertisement is possible only with the active help and creative spirit of the artists like copywriters, artists, photographers, typographers, layout designers, editors and such other creative people. Such people are usually employed by the ad agencies or their services may be hired by the ad agencies on the job basis. Target audience: readers, listeners, viewers and present and future buyers. Advertising messages are given about products, services and ideas to the readers, listeners, viewers and actual and potential buyers who are known as the audience. The target audience may be classified into the following three categories: existing or the current consumers who are reminded and influenced to continue their patronage and to increase the volume of their buying. Consumers who buy and use a competitor's brand, hence they are persuaded to buy the advertised brand instead of the competitor's brand. And those consumers who do not use any such product and even then are persuaded to buy the advertised product. Mass media. Advertising messages are communicated to the target audience through different mass media such as print media. They consist of newspapers, magazines, journals, handbills, etc. Electronic media. They consist of radio, television, motion pictures, video, multimedia and the internet. Outdoor media. They consist of posters, hoardings, handbills, sticker air balloons, neon sign, billboards, local cinema houses and transit media. Direct mail. It consists of brochures, leaflets, pamphlets, letters and written cards addressed to the consumers. Advertising agencies guide their clients, advertisers in selection of the most appropriate advertising media, which is known as media planning. Each medium has its own merits and demerits. Government authorities. The business of advertising is regulated by the government department. The government adopts law and regulation which have a direct or an indirect bearing on the advertising. Apart from ASCI, that is Advertising Standard Council of India, and ABC, Audit Bureau of Circulation, are also some of authorities regulating advertising. Advertising production firms. Advertising production firms are the support agencies which help in production of advertisement. This includes copywriter, artists, photographers, typographers, producers and editors. These are the people who transform ideas into finished forms. Thus, the success and failure of the advertisement depend on these people. Now, let us understand role of advertising in marketing mix. Marketing mix consists of four important variables of marketing, that is 4 P's: product, price, promotion and place. Apart from this traditional 4 P's, there are also other variables, that is packaging, position and pace. Advertising is an element of promotion. However, it not only assists in promoting the product, but also affects other variables of marketing mix. The advertising and product. A product is normally a set of physical elements such as quality, shape, size, color and other features. The product may be of very high quality. At times, the product is so designed that it requires careful handling and operations. Buyers must be informed and educated on the various aspects of the product. This can be effectively done through advertising. Thus, advertising plays the role of information and education. Advertising and price. The price is the exchange value of the product. A marketeer may bring out a very high quality product with additional features as compared to the competitors. In such a case, price would be definitely high, but buyers may not be willing to pay a high price. Here comes the advertising. Advertising can convince buyers regarding the superiority of the brand and thus its value for money. This can be done by associating the product with prestigious people, situations or events. Alternatively, when a firm offers a low price product, the job of advertising needs to stress the price advantage by using hard hitting copy. It is not just enough to convince, but it is desirable to persuade the buyer. Thus, advertising plays the role of conviction and persuasion. Advertising and place. Place refers to physical distribution and the stores where the goods are available. Marketers should see to it that the goods are available at the convenient place and that too at the right time when the buyer needs it. To facilitate effective distribution and expansion of the market, advertising is of great significance. Thus, advertising do help in effective distribution and market expansion. Advertising and promotion. Promotion consists of advertising, publicity, personal selling and sales promotion technique. Businessmen today have to face a lot of competition. Every seller needs effective promotion to survive and succeed in this competitive business world. Advertising can play a significant role to put forward the claim of seller and to counter the claims of competitor. Through effective advertising, sellers can face competition and also help to develop brand image and brand loyalty. Advertising and pace. Pace refers to the speed in marketing decisions and actions. It involves, among other things, the launch of new products or brand variations at greater speed than before. As and when new brands are launched, advertising plays an important role of informing, educating and persuading the customers to buy the product. Advertising and packaging. The main purpose of packaging is protection of the product during transit and preservation of quality and quantity. Nowadays, marketers take lot of efforts to develop and design attractive packages as they carry advertising value. A creatively designed package attracts the attention of the customers. It also carries an assurance of quality and creates confidence in the minds of customers to buy the product. Advertising and positioning. Product positioning aims at creating and maintaining a distinct image of the brands in the minds of the customers. Through advertising, the marketer can convey the positioning of the brand and accordingly can influence the buying decision of the target audience. Role of advertising in society. Advertising is the integral part of everyday's life. It is a persuasive method of marketing in society. Though the methods by which marketers advertise have changed over the decades, the role and purpose of advertising has changed over the period of time. Without advertising, modern society cannot survive. Now, let us understand how advertising is useful to the society. It is useful to encourage purchasing. Encouraging people to purchase products and goods and services is the main role of advertising. Some industries rely on advertising more than the others. A cereal company, for instance, must advertise more aggressively due to a wide range of competing products than a power company that faces little or no competition. Advertisers often influence members of society to purchase products based on instilling a feeling of scarcity or lack. Through reflect cultural trends, advertising bridges the gap among people by communicating varied culture through advertising message. It brings variation in the social life. It promotes economic growth. Advertising contributes to bring about all round development of the economy by increasing demand. And by encouraging economic activities, it fuels the desire to shop, and in turn shopping stimulates the economy. It improves standard of living. Advertising is an economic activity. It provides opportunities to people to improve their income. It motivates people to consume more material and thereby improves their standard of living. It provides employment. Effective advertising generates demands for goods and services. High demand calls for more production, which requires more of physical and human resources, thus creating employment opportunities. Advertising and brand building. Brands are the identification that differentiates one business from another through name, symbol, etc. However, today brands can also be defined as the personality they reflect to people in relation to status, emotional characteristics and subjective quality. They give consumers a perceived knowledge of the product, its quality and uniqueness before they buy it. Brands ensure delivery of services as promised by them. For example, a pizza company A claims to deliver pizza within a certain time and a pizza company B claims to deliver most delicious pizzas. It makes easy for the consumers to identify what they want, which brand to choose for it. It is important for a brand to accomplish the claim advertised in the to retain the brand image. Advertising is one of the key elements in building a brand, which is equally important to the marketeer and consumers. Brand personality acts as a potent brand differentiator and offers sustainable competitive advantage. Advertising by creating or reinforcing brand's personality enhances brand value and brand equity, which in turn can be leveraged through brand extension. Brand personality also helps brands to gain market share, command market price premium and insulates from discounting brands. Building a strong brand name is key factor for business success. In the competitive business environment of today, consumer sophistication has altered business practices. Organizations are faced to anticipate customers' needs and convey clear messages to consumers by establishing strong brand names and focusing on brand building. A brand's practical attributes and symbolic values are inherent elements that help the brand appeal on consumers' minds and emotion. When consumers relate brands with symbols, it becomes easier for an organization to raise consumer interest. For instance, Lexus is known for luxury or Apple is known for innovation. Therefore, in consumers' minds, a brand is more than just a recognizable name. It is a promise that needs to be met on regular basis. Advertising is important for building brand awareness. By raising consumer interest, making consumers aware of their products and services, firms not only expand their customer base, but they also keep their loyal customers and increase their market share. In other words, the more aware consumers are of a brand, the more likely they are to buy from a particular business. Approaches in brand building. To make a brand distinctive, brand building can be done through repetitive advertising. Also by highlighting unique selling proposition USP, one can distinguish brand from one another. Constant innovation. Consumers need continuous innovation and new products. It is not always a new product, even an improvement on the existing product is acceptable to the consumers. Through intensive advertising, such brands are built, which is time consuming. Domination of brand. Brand building largely depends on the domination it creates on the competitors. Domination can take place either in national market or in niche market. Prompt availability. Prompt delivery of the product is one of the factors that ensure brand building. This is possible if there is proper coordination between the finance, production and marketing department. The next is integration of new and old media. Consumers have ever changing demand. Due to availability of various media option, the seller can push the product in the market by blend of multiple media options. Thus, advertising messages are flashed to consumers through media mix. Now, let us summarize the topic. Advertising consists of all the activities involved in presenting to an audience a non-personal, sponsor identified, paid for message about a product or organization. Advertising has become essential to promote sales, to introduce new product, to create good public for large scale production, for educating people, etc. Advertising is a part of everyday's life. Without advertising, modern society cannot survive. Advertising is useful to the society as it encourages people to purchase goods and services. It bridges the gap among people by communicating to varied culture through advertising message. It contributes to bring about all-round development of the economy by increasing demand. It provides opportunities to people to improve their income. I hope this session would have helped you in understanding the basics of advertising. Thank you.